This time, Volt, the fast boy. Volt is kind of difficult to use, but as the game states, he is a potent alternative to gunplay. For him, I can spawn those enemies, but I cannot spawn as many of them, simply because Volt can get easily overwhelmed with the enemies. He's pretty fragile and needs to rely on his abilities to stay alive, like his shields to block enemy bullets. Of course, only from where the shield is facing. And from there you can zap your enemies. Or shoot them. Or run away while you still can. Volt can be killed really easily. Again, don't worry if you die more often with Volt than you would die with other frames. He has low health, but that's there to kind of balance him, because he can be one of the most lethal frames. He has his shields, which makes him completely invulnerable from bullets from the front. He has his first ability, which zaps enemies and does damage to them and stuns them for a moment. He has his speed boost, which makes you go super fast like Sonic, because you're blue, like Sonic. Joke aside, you can go super fast. And your fourth ability, which is basically a big bye-bye to the entire map. The more enemies you have, the more damage it will do, to the point where it can completely obliterate an entire map. He's pretty good for your early gunplay, since when you don't have a strong weapon, your static boost passive, which is the meter in the top right, increases as you walk and gives your weapon a damage boost for when you shoot. Keep in mind, only applies to shotguns on one of the pellets. So, yeah. If you have an assault rifle, it can really increase the damage, because it's just a flat out damage boost to the bullet. And as you keep walking, it'll keep regenerating, so you can even kill enemies with something like a mining laser, which doesn't have any damage on its own, but you can still do it. And I do have the mod on which transforms damage done from enemies to my shield, okay, there I die, into the static charge boost. That's why it keeps charging as I'm being shot, or as my shield is being shot. It's just really good to have, to not spend like 5 minutes running around in a circle to try to get your buff. See this static charge buff as kind of a neat thing to have, but don't rely on it. It's really not good enough to simply rely on it. As you've seen, when I was only relying on it, I just simply died. You can rely on your discharge, which not only staggers enemies and makes them dance like this, but it only does a lot of damage. It also does a lot of damage. So, if you want something that can destroy the map, pick him. That's it already with Volt. Be sure to put a lot of duration and range on him, because strength, in my opinion, isn't that important. And yeah, range simply affects how big of a map you can nuke with him. So, see you again in the next one. Bye bye.